Welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report. Alongside my partner squad, Robert and Ryan, I'm your host, J-Man. This edition of the IWR, we're going to do our 2011 WWE Over The Limit preview. This is before SmackDown, so there could be a chance that they might add another match, possibly Sin Cara and Chavo Guerrero. But, you know, never know on that one. Could see once we get to SmackDown this week, but this is the card announced so far. First matchup, we have R-Truth versus Rey Mysterio. In this match where R-Truth got placed into this feud where he was originally going to feud with John Morrison, having to go and have that surgery done, so he put him in there with Rey Mysterio. I actually see R-Truth getting the win here. I think he needs to get the win here to move on throughout this feud. Obviously, the payoff will probably be with Rey winning in the end, as he always does normally. But I have Truth getting a well-needed win here with his new revived gimmick that he has with his heel.
I have Rey Mysterio winning. I guess nobody really needs to push, but I just have Mysterio winning because he always does.
Probably R-Truth will win this. Mysterio has no reason to win it. Mysterio needs to just retire. There's been talk of that coming up. That's why they really haven't started any big feuds with him, except a little stuff with Cody and now with R-Truth. R-Truth needs this gimmick. It's interesting, but I don't know. I'm just not a big Truth fan. It's what's up, what the hell, but Truth will probably win this.
Rey Mysterio's a thief. Still R-Truth title shot. R-Truth
He said that way up in the crowd too.
Yeah, he was up there, man.
He was up there.
I'm sorry, but this is probably the only time I've ever really liked R-Truth or
Agreed.
Ryan Killings or whatever he did. He's entertaining in the ring, but
Quick.
Personality-wise, I just never cared for him. But right now, I like what they're doing with him. I'm gonna go R-Truth.
Okay. Next matchup, we have the Kiss My Foot match between Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole, where in this match, if Jerry Lawler loses to Michael Cole, Cole will get Jerry Lawler's Hall of Fame ring and will get inducted himself by Jerry Lawler into the Hall of Fame. Okay, I got Jerry Lawler winning this feud that should have been over at WrestleMania. Really shouldn't even have started, in my opinion. They're giving this so much time, and they have so much trust in Cole. He's getting such great heat, and he's playing it up very well. I just think it's getting way too much time. It's just getting so overplayed here. Bringing in JR, bringing in, Jack Swagger.
Hey, don't be
JR's
hating
good.
on
JR's
JR.
great. Should be in the announce booth, but bringing in Jack Swagger into this and now taking him out of it. But I got Lawler winning this one. He's not going to be losing this match. If they give the Hall of Fame ring and they just keep going with this crap, it's just going to get more and more stupid. And I just got Lawler winning it.
Pointless. Once again, like I've said in the past, 9,000 pay-per-views of this shit. This is a pointless match. This is just so Michael Cole can have some wrestling experience so he can get the heat from the crowd.
Do we need quotes for those?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why. Jerry Lawler's back. Jerry Lawler wins this. I see Jim Ross coming out, my boy, coming out and helping Lawler win this.
That's it.
I don't even know what to say. This thing should have been over. It should have never started. There's no point in having announcers in the wrestling ring. They're announcers for a reason. There's two Hall of Fame announcers, Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross. Leave it at that. Michael Cole is not that good. He's never been that good. He needs to get off the TV. Let JR and King have Monday Night Raw back. I know Michael Cole can announce NXT. Lawler wins this. It's done. I hope so.
I wouldn't put it past WWE to make Michael Cole a Hall of Famer. Nobody else agrees.
Pete Rose is.
Nobody else agrees with me, but
Pete Curry is.
There's been a lot of
Abdul the Butcher's a Hall of Famer.
There's been a lot of pointless people in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, this is pretty crappy. I'd probably rather stick my foot in a blender and watch this match.
We could help you with that.
You could help me with that.
And on the next IWR topic show, Ryan's put in a blender.
How living like Zach Gowen helped me become a person on this show. No, I gotta go with Lawler. This really does need to end. It's just as bad as they dragging this on so long that this is just it's bad. That's all I can say.
Next up, we have the IC title line when the former core member Ezekiel Jackson challenges the champion Wade Barrett. I got Barrett winning this one. I'm so happy that they got Ezekiel Jackson out of that faction. It just made no sense. It made so much sense to have, say in the core, the core of which was the original Nexus, which was, just the great, debuting faction, which still lingers now with the new Nexus. But, I'm starting to really like this faction now that it's just down to Barrett, Gabriel, and Slater when we really can move on there and do great things there. But I got Barrett winning and retaining the title here. Ezekiel Jackson is just not that great at a lot of things. I mean, he's just a big dude and just not needed to be on this pay-per-view card over people such as, Daniel Bryan, which I'm sure he'll tell you about that. But, and it's just not needed for Ezekiel Jackson to win this IC title. But I got Barrett retaining it.
I have Wade Barrett winning this. I see Ezekiel Jackson going bye-bye. And then I see Wade Barrett going after Bryan Danielson or somebody better.
In WWE, there's one title that's been one of the most prestigious titles, the Intercontinental title. It's the workhorse title, Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Rock. The elite of the elite have held this title. Wade Barrett's got it now. He's a future, main eventer, hopefully maybe Hall of Famer someday. Ezekiel Jackson is none of this. He does not need to be touching this title in any type of match. Barrett wins, get Ezekiel Jackson to FCW, and then you got enough talent on the roster. Let's see, Daniel Bryan. Hey, there's a guy in FCW you can bring up called Seth Rollins. So, Wade Barrett.
I'm going to pretend like I didn't hear Wade Barrett going to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that was a little much.
Someday, I said. You got a chance someday.
I think out of... oh, God. I think they're going to make Ezekiel Jackson face. I think he wins this, and I think he wins the title. I just don't... I don't know what they're doing with this whole deal. I mean, I see how either, they have the core just being those three, and that's what we've been talked about for a long time, just being them three. Ezekiel. I know that they have a lot of faith in Ezekiel Jackson. I don't know why. He was the last ECW champion. I don't know why. But
hey,
don't remember
not the old ECW, sorry.
Thank you.
The new CECW.
Don't put that name in the OG of ECW.
The OG, yeah. Yeah, no, if you say this is the workhorse title, you got to put the workhorse guy on it. You got to put the matches that, guys should have these, this title. And Wade Barrett, I don't think Wade Barrett's one of those guys that can carry a
So you think Ezekiel Jackson is?
No. I don't think Ezekiel Jackson is. I think WWE thinks he is.
Ugh.
Somebody's
I got to change my views on how things go now because, they're going with just giving people titles just to give people the title, not because it makes any sense. You know what I mean? I have no way, shape, or form think that either of these guys are workhorse wrestlers at all. But I think Ezekiel Jackson wins this.
Okay. Moving on to the WWE Tag Title match, which will feature the champions Big Show and Kane versus the Nexus and CM Punk and Mason Ryan. I got my boy CM Punk and Mason Ryan getting the win in this matchup and new tag team champions. It seems like they're really focusing on the Nexus to really start doing some more stuff that really, have kind of faded away ever since Punk took it over in that great Raw back in December when he ended up, taking over made it the new Nexus, which was great stuff there. But I got Punk and Mason Ryan, and hopefully we'll start to feature CM Punk doing some more stuff. It doesn't look like he's preparing to leave, so maybe going to build himself back up just like he always will. CM Punk will work his ass off to get to wherever he needs to be to do something, and that's what CM Punk will do this time, and CM Punk and Mason Ryan, new tag team champion.
I see CM Punk and Mason Ryan win this. I see Punk helping Mason Ryan become a bigger and better wrestler. I see, after what Punk said on Raw, that's going to be the new... He's not going to wait around for anymore. It's going to be now or never for the Nexus. So we'll see what happens, but I hope Big Show and Kane just disappear.
This is probably going to lead to Nexus getting the tag titles, and then the former tag champions, which was the core, both factions, 3-on-3, Wade Barrett versus CM Punk, and then the two tag teams. So, and there's singles titles involved in each faction. There's the tag titles involved. So they're probably going to be setting that up for the whole summer run and do it between those two factions.
Yeah, I'm completely behind. If you guys have read what Paul Heyman said recently, he still thinks that CM Punk is the most underutilized talent in all of WWE.
Yep.
He just ranted on it, recently, and I think this would be a perfect way for to give him a shining spot, but also help some other guys out. I know, like they said, they don't know if he's going to be leaving or what he's doing. He's sticking around for now, so use him while you can if he doesn't leave.
Yep.
So I see I'm going to see Mason Ryan and Punk probably winning this and maybe doing something down the road. I don't mind having them both on Raw and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So.
Next up, we have the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, where Christian will get his rematch from losing it on the SmackDown a couple weeks ago. We have champion Randy Orton versus Christian. I see Randy Orton retaining the title here. Obviously, as we said in the previous episodes, they really want to make Randy Orton the focus point of SmackDown and really want to make him, the John Cena of SmackDown. the number one guy, which he obviously will be, and I see him getting a pretty lengthy title run here. He probably won't be dropping anytime soon. The biggest thing that I could hope for out of this, if it's not at Over the Limit or if it's on a SmackDown coming up, please, for the love of God, turn Christian heel so people can finally realize that don't realize already, might be people in WWE offices that don't realize how great of a heel Christian could be. He's a great face, but I'm telling you, if they give him the opportunity to be heel, this stuff with Randy could go on to become some absolute outstanding stuff. But I think this should be a great match, and I got Randy Orton retaining the world title.
Have Randy Orton win this.
Wow, short.
Yeah, short and sweet.
I've been a Randy Orton fan for a couple of years now. I've been a Christian fan longer. There is no point in Christian losing the title. Randy Orton does not need this title. Christian needs this title. WWE does not trust this guy. He is better than his brother Edge. When Christian was in TNA, running TNA as Christian Cage, he was the Edge of TNA. He was equal, if not better. They should never took the title off of him. Give him the title back, turn him heel with the title, and just let it run for the summer and feud him with Randy Orton.
I'm gonna go Randy Orton winning this. There's no reason for him to. This would be the perfect point for Christian to turn heel. That's the best he's ever been is when he's heel. I love him. People love him when he's face, but when he's heel, he cuts those great promos and he does those great segments, and he's just so entertaining. And hopefully we see it here soon because there's really not much other than that going on SmackDown.
Hopefully we see shades of the Instant Classic coming to SmackDown soon. Now for the main event, we have the I Quit match for the WWE Championship with champion John Cena versus The Miz. Love to see my boy Miz win this one, but obviously it's looking very predictable that John Cena is probably going to carry this title all the way to WrestleMania 28 next year and defend it against The Rock, which, trust me, people have had a lot to say about that, of how much of a waste of that WWE title will be on that match. Does not need to be on that match. Come on now. I see John Cena winning this. I could see a crazy shade. I've had this idea, crazy shades of Royal Rumble 1999 with The Rock and Mankind, where they, stuck the mic down there and said, I quit, and it really wasn't him saying it. It was over the PA system, and where they had Cena say it on, Raw this week, where he said, you were going to say I quit, and he said it really exaggerated, but I doubt that's going to happen. But I got Cena winning this one in a very predictable, probably WWE title match.
What he just said, I'm going to flip it. It's so predictable. I see WWE giving the title back to Miz and Cena sitting on his hands where he belongs. You can tell how much I like Cena.
Yeah, we all love him.
Yabba dabba bitch.
There was a match between John Cena and Dave Bautista, and Cena decided to bring out the duct tape. I look at Miz and Alex Riley bringing out the duct tape in this match and doing something, and the Miz will win this.
I don't think that'll happen, but I think John Cena wins this. I think I don't know if it's without Alex Riley involved, but I think he wins this. Leading on to what's going to happen here, SummerSlam coming up,
Del Rio.
You got to look at Del Rio and Cena going at it. I wouldn't just see The Miz winning it and then losing it back before SummerSlam.
Yeah, I just only hope that Miz can do something productive during that time period.
But Cena and Del Rio really doesn't need a title at first.
They will.
Put title on Miz and let Miz.
There's nothing to Miz feud with, though.
Yeah, there's nothing to do.
All right, that will now wrap
Triple
up.
H.
That is true. That will now wrap up our 2011 WWE Over the Limit preview. For my partners, Quad, Robert, and Ryan, I'm your host, J-Man. Thank you for watching the edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for wrestling news, information, and opinions, instantly.